Yo, people, welcome back to another episode of the Off to the Boundary Show, episode 11. And I got, today we're doing something a bit different. Is we're going to do a cricket quiz. Unfortunately, it's only me and Manny. That's, yeah, but that's fine. Fine. Yeah. Um. So let me introduce Manny. Of course. You ready? You ready to lose?
Yeah. Oh, someone's a little bit overconfident, are they?
You gotta be. You got. But yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Listen. This might not be the Ashes. It's South Africa versus England. I know there's a lot of needle between our two teams, but you need to do your talking where when it's time to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Um. Once. Okay. Um. So yeah. Before we start with the quiz. Let's just discuss some other cricket news. So yeah. Um. So we got, of course, the World Cup qualifiers that taking place. And of course, today we saw a crazy game: West Indies versus Netherlands, and both teams scored the exact same 374 and Netherlands won the super over. And in that super over, they scored 30 runs. So just shows that sometimes, sometimes you can't underestimate your opponents. Um, and within this, if we look at the table, they have now dropped to third now. Of course, the top three qualify, right? But we could see maybe a Nepal or someone like that just give West Indies a bit of trouble. Oh, no, they have already qualified, so
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. It's more about the other pool that's going to take place. That top three, that will take place tomorrow. So Zimbabwe, Netherlands, and West Indies are through to the World Cup. I believe they will play there, and then. But yeah, let's look at our results. Of course, Zimbabwe scoring 400 runs against the US. US only putting up 104. What do you expect? Sri Lanka putting up over 300 against Ireland. Madness there. So yeah, West Indies defeated Nepal. That was a high scoring game, but yeah. Um. So yeah. Um. Oh. So sorry. After this the Super Sixes was the top six teams. Um, what is it then? They don't go to the World Cup. What is this final? They talk.
What happens, Hanno, is that when they go to the Super Six stage, which was introduced in the 1999 World Cup, it'll be a pool of those six teams in the table. Now, because, for example, Zimbabwe have already secured maximum points against the Netherlands and the West Indies, they go into this Super Six stage with 4 points guaranteed, but they now have to play Sri Lanka, Scotland, and Oman of all teams. Oman, of course, coming up with a shock win over Ireland and doing what they had to do to beat the UAE. Both Ireland, I mean, Ireland can certainly look back on what has been a very disappointing tournament for them. And of course, the UAE, I suppose we have to say we're always going to be lambs to the slaughter, but Oman have done really well. So it'll be Zimbabwe, the Netherlands, and the West Indies, Sri Lanka, Scotland, and Oman. Zimbabwe need to do well in their remaining three games against Sri Lanka, against Scotland, and against Oman to ensure that they qualify. And the fact that Oman have made it and the West Indies have struggled really puts into perspective just how difficult a Super Six stage can be if you don't get the results you need. Um, in this
Yeah.
stage, or at least before the stage, you end up putting yourself behind the eight ball. And one of my best
So
memories of the
so
1999
what
tournament.
what happens in after the Super Sixes? Um,
It'll be the top two teams in that Super Six stage who will go through to the World Cup, and that was just what I was about to say. And
uh,
in 1999, it was the four teams out of the six that would make the semi-finals. What was really interesting was that in 1999, Zimbabwe, under Alistair Campbell's captaincy, and I think if memory serves me right, Davy Houghton was also coach then. They could have picked up one. They picked up 1 point with a no result against New Zealand, but ended up losing to both Pakistan and, if memory serves me right, Australia, and ended up missing out on the semi-finals on net run rate. And when Australia came into the Super Sixes then in 1999, they were behind the eight ball, having lost to both Pakistan and, if memory serves me right, New Zealand. But they beat Zimbabwe, they beat India, they beat Zimbabwe, and ended up. I'm sorry to have to say this, Hanno. They beat South Africa with Steve Waugh scoring a magnificent innings to take them to the semi-finals. And then, of course, there was that tied game. I don't know if you were born then, but you won't. I'm not going to speak about that tied semi-final. So these Super Sixes. This Super Six promises to have some really, really good fixtures. Zimbabwe look to be in the driver's seat, and the Netherlands are also doing magnificently well. On the other side, Sri Lanka are proving why they are expected to win the entire qualifying competition and go through. But Scotland are also giving other teams a run for their money, although it has to be said that Group B is, anatomically a rather weak group. So we're going to
yeah,
look for some really, really good results coming up.
yeah, definitely. First, hi Ben, be up yourself. Hope you are well.
Yeah, all good, all good. I was too catching up with the qualifiers match, and I was glad to witness, glad to check the scores of the Netherlands versus West Indies match. It was truly a close game, and it went right down to the wire. And Logan Van Beek proved to be sensational in this match. So yeah, it was a pretty exciting match.
Yeah. Question here from Bargav, which is, I think we can also almost use Sri Lanka too. How they don't have a guaranteed spot what's in the top eight is baffling.
I
Because
mean,
you,
there's nothing baffling about it, Pargo, because there's a cycle of matches which you play now to ensure that you have a guaranteed spot in the World Cup over a period of years. And when you play and win, you get a certain number of points. The West Indies weren't able to do that. Sri Lanka weren't able to do that. But while Sri Lanka looked good to qualify, the West Indies are in all sorts of trouble. And if they fail to beat Sri Lanka, then their World Cup qualification journey could be over. And I remember when they failed to qualify for the T20 World Cup, if they fail to qualify for the ODI World Cup, then serious questions will need to be asked. I know Darren Sammy was an inspirational West Indian captain in the in the limited overs formats, but I don't know if why things haven't been going well. What I will say this, as a Rajasthan Royals fan, if you don't know by now that Jason Holder cannot be trusted to bowl at the death or in a super over, more fool you. You cannot entrust that responsibility to him because uh, he might have been economical when he bowled in the Dutch innings, but he just does. I don't think he has the ability to get his line right, get it in the right area. And Van der Beek also should be credited for really taking him to the cleaners. We also have to mention from the Dutch side, Teja Nidamanuru. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He is, in fact, of Indian blood, born in a city called Vijayawada in the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is above my state, the state I live in, Tamil Nadu. And his full name is, of course, Anil Tejan Nidamanuru. And he's played, I believe he was born in India, but he probably relocated to. I mean, he's also played in the New Zealand first class system for Auckland A, but has now, declared himself eligible for the Netherlands. And he came good with a fine innings of 111, Nelson, to ensure that the Netherlands had a chance of getting close to the target. A wonderful captain's innings of 67 from Scott Edwards. And of course, Logan van der Beek with a breezy 28 off 14. Aryan Dutt with 16 off 9. And it was always going to be very, very exciting indeed. But the West Indies have a lot of problems, and their decline as a cricketing force in the limited overs format is really, really, really painful to see. So there's going to have to be a lot of talk about certain players not playing for the team anymore. I feel for the likes of Nicholas Puran, who obviously a former captain of the West Indies in the limited overs format. He came good with a fine century of his own. But some of these players, I think, with regard to Jason Holder, we might have to consider his time in the West Indies setup over and done with. And it's a shame because he has been a really good servant, but he's just not producing as much as is expected of a guy of his talent.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ben, your thoughts on West Indies in general?
So West Indies once upon a time used to be a superpower in cricket. It used to be a really formidable team, a team which all the opponents were scared of. So the decline has been unreal, to be honest. It's just unbelievable. I can't process West Indies. I can't process seeing West Indies in at present. It is just unbelievable, to be honest. A team that once ruled cricket has now just declined like anything. So it's pretty sad, but I hope West Indies find their way through.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Of course, the women's Ashes, Australia taking a 4 point lead in that series. Um, they they have played. Can I say that? You look at the scorecards. That's all you need to know. England putting up, Australia putting up 473. England 463. Um, and then Australia of a great bit of big targets from Beth Mooney. They set up a great target. Beth Mooney 85, Elise Lee 50. Um, Not the best, but they did get there were some contributors, and then England just no, not really anyone one supporting Wyatt, right? And really anyone else stepping up. You got 20s, you got a few in the tens, but nothing really much for England. But we did see when England on day three, I believe, when they um, batted their their first innings, we did see some swing for, I believe it was the first, the fifth choice or some, yeah, Tally McGrath. She isn't usually one of the top bowlers. We saw she got a few of the tail enders out, and we saw she got some swing. And I didn't watch that last England women's innings, but I suspect because I pitched at that there are lot that made it tough for them. So yeah, your guys' thoughts on it?
Yeah, I'll go first. I mean, obviously, I remember seeing quite a bit of the match. I think it was the penultimate day's play where, England really, through Tammy Beaumont's magnificent double century, looked as though they were going to get a really big total, but I think they just fell short, ending up conceding a 10-run lead. And in hindsight, they might look back on that and say, you know what, we really could have capitalized almost the way Australia did, the Australian men did. But thankfully for them, they were able to overhaul England's total with Pat Cummins, Nathan Lyon, and company doing their share of the damage and really making a mockery of Ben Stokes's tactics and field placings in a way. But with the England women, they're also going to look at the third innings when they should have made inroads early on but didn't, and they allowed the Australian openers, I believe Beth Mooney and others to. Beth Mooney, in fact, top scored with an arc of, I believe, 85, if memory serves me right. Yeah, 85 up 168. And they did pick a chip in with some wickets in the middle, which really impeded their progress in a way. And we have to give full credit to Sophie Eccleston as well, whose left arm spin really, really, really would have been the difference. And her performance deserved to, deserved a win. But I think when it came to the latter part of the innings, with Alyssa Healy coming in quite late at number 7 or 8, if memory serves me right, she was able to blunt the England attack with Siver Brunt and company not really being able to make too many inroads. It was Eccleston who was really doing the damage along with Cross. And, she got a quick fire 50 and then um, got out afterwards, but I would say that the damage that she did, along with the lower order for her with accompanying her, did quite a bit to hurt England in a way because those runs proved very crucial. And with Eccleston and Cross having a great deal of success, it was only a matter of time before Gardner, McGrath and company would do well. And Gardner was the one, in fact, who really initiated a lot of the damage. England ended the day's play 5 wickets down, with Gardner taking 3 and McGrath taking 2. And I think England just really were never quite able to get themselves settled in and really, make the most of it. And, they're going to look back and say that the likes of Knight and Dunkley and company really weren't able to rise to the occasion. And they're going to have to ask some questions of themselves. A wonderful hand from Danny White, but it was, just too late in the scheme of things. Almost fitting that she was the last person out. But you had to feel for her. But also, you've also got to take your hats off to the Australian women, well led by Alyssa Healy, with the regular captain Meg Lanning out. She did a good job in this test, and now they have a 4-point head start. I'm personally not a big fan of making this particular series a multi-format series where points are awarded, because it, in a way, serves a lot more to take away from the significance of the test matches. You can't equate test matches with the limited overs formats, notwithstanding the fact that the test has 4 points on offer while the limited overs formats have 2 apiece. But it is what it is, and Australia deserve credit for taking this early lead. And England are now going to have it all to do, because if Australia win one of those limited overs matches, they will retain the Ashes. So Heather Knight and the girls are going to have to do a lot of work to try and improve their batting form, especially because, again, when you have Tammy Beaumont scoring a double century and not too many people being able to contribute, it's a worrying sign, and it's a sign that the batters, the batswomen, or what have you, will need to stand up and make themselves counted, because the bowlers, Eccleston in particular, have been absolutely outstanding. Eccleston will definitely have a role to play alongside Cross and Flyer, the youngsters. Siver Brunt also will need to use her experience very well. That's Natalie Siver Brunt, with Catherine, of course, having retired. And England are going to have it all to do, but the limited overs portion should be really good fun. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Look, I think Australia might win the Ashes. Of course, they're really good in their limited overs. We all know that. But Ben, your thoughts on the women's Ashes? Of course, tomorrow we will discuss the men's Ashes and Test 2. Mm, But yeah, go on, Ben.
So I didn't really catch up with the live action, but I checked the score. So it was a good game. It ebbed and flowed throughout. Australia had a slight advantage in the first innings, but even England came close with the likes of an excellent knock of Tammy Beaumont scoring a double hundred. Even Lauren Filler from England was good on her debut. So the performers from England were Tammy Beaumont and Sophie Eccleston. Eccleston really proved to be class by taking 10 wickets in an inning. Then coming back to Australia, Annabel Sutherland too played an excellent knock uh, down the order to take Australia to a mammoth total of 473 runs in the first innings. Then it was all classed by Ash Gardner in the fourth innings. She, she spun a web around England, and then England collapsed in the fourth innings. But it was a good game overall. But at the end, Australia slightly edged past England to win this game. So yeah, it was a good good game. Looking forward to the remaining games ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, but yeah, Ben, do you have Can you type me the answers of the quiz to me on, or write them somewhere just down on your phone or somewhere like that? Um, can you do that, or can't you? Because you have, of course, StreamYard open on your phone.
You can present the stream if you are able to present the stream, then I'm able to check catch up with it. What do I have to do now?
So I'm going to ask a question, and
Sure.
then you just need to type your answer somewhere on your phone, or write it down, or just send it to me on Instagram, and then I will have it. Unless you unless
Fine.
if you can't, then you will just say yours afterwards.
Okay. Fine. I'll write it down.
Okay, cool. Um, so yeah, um, let's start. We'll wait before it's back. So how this is going to work? There's going to be two two quizzes basically that we're going to do. So the first one is just get how many marks, how many points is it? Um, so one is 20. So one is 20 points. I think it's just going to fetch some stuff, and then the other one is 10. So it's a total of 30 points up for grabs. So yeah, let's just see. Let's wait for. Yeah. Okay. So for the first one that is worth. So Ben, there's going to be two quizzes basically going to form one. So the first one counts 20 points. The other one is 10 points. Whoever gets the highest amount of points, of course, wins. Um, So, for the first one, and we'll get let's it's 20. So let's go. Let's go with let's go with 6 minutes. We will have to think. I'll yeah.
So what's the question?
So I'm just going to get yeah. Let's go 7 minutes. First question is Cricket World Cup, of course, taking place this year. Every every team that has participated in it. And let's go. Time starts now.
Okay, so
Just write them down somewhere
oh
on your
dang it, I don't
phone.
have a yeah, I don't have a pencil or a paper, but hold on, yeah. You said on my
Yeah,
phone, right?
yeah. Then you can start.
What was the question?
The question is, um, um, every team that has participated in the Cricket World Cup, name them.
Hmm.
So let me see. Yeah.
And that includes associate teams as well, does it?
Uh, what do you mean associate?
Associate teams that at the time were not test playing nations, but who won a qualifying tournament to get the right to play.
Include them just in case they are in. Just in case are in there. Um, so yeah. Okay. Okay, I've got six.
So I've written
Hmm.
down. I've written down the name of the
I've,
team.
I've I've got plenty of teams, but hold on a minute, please.
Okay.
Um,
You need 20. I've got 20.
20
Ben.
teams.
Yeah, you need at least 20. Um,
Okay.
okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Who else? Who else? Um,
I've got 16 so far.
I'm halfway. I need 10 more. But how can I forget them? Okay, I've got them. Ah, how can I forget them? Let's just think. Asian teams, Asian teams. How could I forget them? Jeez. Okay, okay.
I've got 19 now.
How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
15.
13. I got 13.
I've got
Um,
15.
15. Okay.
I can't think of more teams. Let me think.
Des, we'll speak on your comments. We'll speak on it. We'll do it on tomorrow. But we will definitely talk about that. So yeah, I'll remember that question from you for tomorrow. Um, Okay, Zimbabwe, just what else? 40. 3 minutes 30 left.
Now, the worst possible time to, you know, to sort of get stuck here because I'm on 19, but I just can't find the other one. Dang.
Bermuda.
Shh. You can't mention anything. I already got that down anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
Okay, yeah, that helped. That helped. Okay, what's I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need 4 more. Four. Jeez.
And give me some credit. I haven't even bothered to check Google either.
I don't have Google open. I'm just sure on my phone. Okay, who else? No. Do I have them down? I have them down. Let's just write them down for in case. Just in case they made a World Cup somehow. Mm. 1 minute 40 left. Mm. Okay. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I need 2 teams. Come on.
I need one team. Don't remind me.
Shit. Is that one team? 2 teams. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. First seconds left to get your answers in.
Okay, I've got some sort of a red herring over here.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to work, but let's see what happens.
10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've got all 20.
I
What?
got 18.
19 for me.
20.
Okay, so I will read the answers. You just check if yours is there. So you've got Afghanistan,
Yes.
Australia,
Yep.
Bangladesh,
Y-
Bermuda,
yes.
Canada,
Yes.
East Africa.
Oh man, how could I have overlooked East Africa? Completely overlooked
I
that.
want West Africa. And not East. You've got England, India, Ireland, Kenya, um,
Everything else I've got.
Namibia, Netherlands,
Yes.
New Zealand,
Yes.
Pakistan,
Yes. Yes.
Scotland, South Africa,
Yes.
Sri Lanka, UAE, West Indies, Zimbabwe.
Yep. All got. Everything except East Africa. What about you, Ben?
Same, same.
Spot
This,
on.
yeah.
Hold on.
I googled East Africa.
Well,
I tried
just
a red herring. I tried a red herring in Papua New Guinea, but I knew in my heart that wasn't going to be right.
okay. So let me. So that I'm just going to check mine. So that one is wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So Bangladesh, Afghanistan. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I missed out on, of course, East Africa. I I put in West Africa. I didn't say Ireland, and I didn't say UAE. The rest I got. So yeah. Uh, Manny, how many you got?
I got 19, everything except East Africa.
Okay. So 19, 19, then me 17, and then 20. 20. So Bennett is on fire. Uh, okay. So next is you need to name the 10 ways there is that you can get out. 5 is of course the normals. And then there is the other 5 that are uncommon.
Okay. All right,
So
so 10,
I'll
right?
give us. Let's go. Let's go 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Wait.
I prefer shorter because we had 6 minutes for 20 names. So maybe 4 for this.
Yeah. Okay. 4. One
All right.
sec. Uh. So says Wolf. When is Ashes game 2? Wednesday. Wednesday. North Korea
20,
is a cricket team.
28th of June.
Yeah,
28th.
20. Let's check. That's North Korea. Don't think so. North Korean.
Okay. So when do we start?
Right, so actually, North Korea does have a cricket team. Interesting.
Don't know how often it plays though.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's get started. 4 minutes on a clock now. So, 10 ways to get out in cricket. I've got 6. I need 4 more.
Yeah, I've got 9.
Come on. Okay. What else? Okay, 1, 2.
Ah,
I
thankfully I
need.
could remember this one.
I need 2. Come
I
on,
think I've got all 10.
Ben.
Nine. Nine. I'm missing out
Two
on
minutes.
one.
2 minutes left. Come on. Let's think. How can I get it? Uncommon ways.
So I've got all 10. Shall I name them?
Wait, one sec. One sec.
Wait, let Hannah finish.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Ben, Ben, read yours and then I will check if it's correct.
Fine. First one is LBW, like before wicket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then second is bold.
Yes.
Yes.
Third is hit wicket.
Is what?
Hit.
Hit wicket. Hit wicket.
Yeah, yeah,
Hit
I got
wicket.
that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
fourth is caught out.
Yes.
Yes.
Fifth is stumped.
Yes.
Yes.
Sixth is run out.
Yes.
Yes.
Seventh is handling the ball.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
eighth is sorry. Then seventh is obstructing the field.
Yes.
Then mancad, mancad dismissal.
No,
What?
that considers a run out, I think.
Oh,
What?
No, a mancad basically means if you're out of your crease and you're sort of out of a mancad, that's considered a form of getting run out. You
well.
can't. Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
Sorry.
Then then it is descent towards the umpire. Descent towards the umpire.
I don't know of any batsman who was given out by an umpire for dissent.
Yeah. So what
Yes.
I got according to this quiz is bold, caught, LBW, run out, stumped,
Yes.
retired, hit the ball twice, hit the wicket, obstructing the field, and then timed out. Um,
If you're retired out, that technically isn't counted as a wicket. It means that you don't get to continue to play. The scoreboard will say if you're all out, it'll say your final score for 9. But if you are retired, it is not counted as a wicket.
mm,
I'm going to tell you what I've got over here. I've got bowled out, stumped out, caught out, run out, leg before wicket, hit wicket, handling the ball, obstructing the field, hitting the ball twice to score runs. If you hit the ball the second time to prevent the ball from going onto the wicket, that's not out. But if you hit it twice to score some runs, you are out. And the last one I've got is timed out. If you fail to arrive to the crease in time, within the time stipulated, you are timed out.
okay, so I just googled it. Yeah. So it's called caught, bold, LBW, stumped, hit wicket, run out. Run out. Yeah. Timed out, handled the ball, obstructing field, and hit the ball twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then there is 11 form of dismissal. So is retired out or retired heads or something like that. Um.
But then that isn't
So
recorded as a wicket, though. That's the problem.
yeah. So yeah. Um. Manny, I believe you got 20 there. Then
Oh yeah,
sorry, 10.
that's
So
that's the way.
Ben, how many did Ben get? Read yours again. Your 10.
I think so. Eight. Eight from my side.
8. And then I got. Where did I? Except retire, so that's 9. So let's quickly do the math. 29, 28, 7 plus 9, and that's 26. So money wins. Money wins. Winner. Well, he wins by
So
1 point.
it was
Oh,
close, though. Let me tell you, it was
yeah.
close.
Um. So yeah. Uh. Ben is from also from India. Both from India. Ben, from what region in India are you?
So I'm basically from the state of Jharkhand.
So Chennai region.
No, no, it's
It's
the
in the
northern
north of
region.
India. North
Yeah,
of
north of
India.
North.
India. Yeah.
Ah, north.
Yeah,
Oh,
the state he's from, Hanno, is originally was originally a part of Bihar state, but it became it sort of bifurcated itself from Bihar and was reformed as Jharkhand. Am I right, Ben?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. In the year 2000. If,
Right. Yeah. So I live in Chennai in Tamil Nadu, but I always cheer for England, even over India. Born and brought up in the UK. You can take me away from the UK, you'll never take the UK away from me. And of course, cricket is the summer game.
yeah. Okay. So yeah. Um. I don't have anything else to discuss. Probably do a few more of these. Yeah, of course, it is a bit of fun between us. Um. So yeah, but that's it. I have. So yeah. Tomorrow, of course, we will have the Ashes. The second test preview. Um. We'll have that. And yeah. Yeah. Hopefully the Aussies can do it 2-0. 2-0. So yeah. Ben, was you didn't join us for the first test preview. Were you repping this as Aussies or England?
mm, I'll go with England. Surely
Ooh,
England will bounce back. That ball will
uh,
work.
okay, okay. So it's two England fans, or not fans. One, but two England guys repping them. So
Yeah,
yeah.
hopefully we will bounce back, but Australia will, look to try and beef up their seam attack by possibly dropping Josh Hazelwood for Mitchell Stark, and we're going to have to look to see if our fast bowlers can really take advantage of the slope that's there, Lords. There is still some concern about Moeen Ali and whether he'll be fit, but it wouldn't be a bad idea if we went in with another seamer and had Joe Root as more of a part-time off spinner. So a lot of things to be considered. Our bat, I mean, with Root and Bairstow doing well, our batting seems to be in safe hands, but we might need some more contributions from the likes of Pope and Duckett and Crawley, and even Stokes might need to really make sure he comes good with the bat as well, because I really worry about him in his knees if and when he bowls.
Yeah, yeah, um, we'll talk about that all. So, um, we need Rashid Khan. Nah, he hasn't played Test cricket for a while. That's like he's played what last? I don't know, but yeah. We have Pani, we have Ben for joining, and we'll see you in a bit. Peace.